Hey guys, welcome back again to my channel. It's me Rifi and I'm 18. But in this year I'm going to be 19. Should I always say it like that in my intro? I always say that I'm 18, I'm 19, I'm 17. Oh, that's okay, never mind. So, in this video, I'm going to share with you my 5 tiny habits as a teenager that I used to do it daily, that keeping my life simple. It's gonna be very useful for us because we're always struggling to how to keep our daily routine so simple and how to stay productive while we're stressed or burnout. So, let's get into it. So, number 1 is planning my week. Usually, I always planning my week in a note or a paper. I usually always have this sticky note and I always stick it to my mirror. So for currently, I always put my daily schedule in this tiny book, but also I wanted to buy a big board. Like every day when I wake up, I can literally see my writings, and also that's gonna keep my daily routine simple. Planning my week, it is usually really useful and it's very helpful because when you forget what you want to do, or when you forget that you have a plan on that week or on that day, you can usually always look at your planning week. So number 2 is cleaning my space before bed. This is one of the most satisfying that I always did every night. So before I went to bed, I usually always clean my bed. I also wash the dishes. When you wake up in the morning, you don't feel stressed of how you feel in your house because your house is already clean and you don't need to be rushed to doing all the stuff in the morning. I always keep it all clean first before I went to bed. You will feel happy in the morning. So you need to try that and you need to make it as your routine. So for number 3 is low effort routine. When you're having a bad day or maybe feel like you can't do anything, as a girl we have the highs and lows emotion every day. Sometimes we can have this low energy. So in this routine means like you still need to be consistent but with low effort. Like maybe when you have high energy, you can always do that 30 minutes workout, or maybe you can have that 1 hour of studying. But when you have that low energy, you can still be consistent with 10 minutes workout, or you still can with 15 minutes studying. No matter how's our energy feeling like, we still can have consistent with our daily routine. Okay, so for number 4 is limiting your social media. You know what? We as a teenager, we're so distracted by social media, scrolling our phones when we want to study or when sometimes we want to doing something important in our daily routine. You always open your phone immediately. We're just scrolling through your social media and you got distracted, and when you realize you waste your 1 hour to just do scrolling, when that 1 hour you can use for tidying your house or using it for studying. When you scroll too much, will build a situation where you cannot focus on one thing. When you want to study, but you just open your phone and you got multitasking, that's when you train your brain to cannot focus on one thing. And if you focus on one thing, you got bored, or maybe you're not satisfied. That's why you need to limiting your social media. You need to limit your scrolling on your phone because that's very bad for your brain health. You need to set boundaries with your phone. It's like setting boundaries with people, but it is also setting boundaries with your phone. And the last is 5, brain dump note. Whenever my mind feels full, I always write it down everything. In this case, can also be one of the cause why your brain cannot focus. For example, I always wanted to study like 1 hour, but every time I study, every minute I study, I always think about I need to wash the dishes, I need to go out with my friends at this 5 p.m. I need to do this, I need to do that. So every time if your brain always doing like that when you're studying, you can always write it down first. You can write it in your little notes and put it all put it all your distraction in your small notes. As you already finish your studying, you can see the notes. And also, while you're studying, you're not getting distracted by the little things in your head again. So every time your mind feels full, you can always write all of it in your book, in your journal, in your diary book. It's very helpful to keep you focused on doing one thing. Okay, so I think that's enough. That's the 5 it's not daily, but sometimes I usually doing it all, but not at the same time, not at the same one day. You can try one of those in your daily routine. I really recommend that applying these 5 routines for your daily week. Okay, so thank you so much for watching, and I'm so sorry that if my English sometimes it can be very bad or I'm not really good in English. I'm trying because I don't know why, but I love English. I love English. I just like to speak in English. Like I have this very, very great version of myself. I don't know. Okay. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and subscribe. And if you have any recommendation for my videos or any advice, or there's my English that is wrong, you can always comment below. And I really appreciate that. It means that you love me so much.
Huh?